Okay, we're learning about Tzipur Yetzias Mitzrayim, and we know that's a Yesod in Yiddishkeit, and in Avodas HaChassidus, the whole Techin HaChassidus is Yetzias Mitzrayim, to go out of our limitations, like you have in today's Yom Yom. So how do we do Yetzias Mitzrayim? How do we go out of our Hagbalos? So there's the famous word that we're big Chabadnikas, but mitzvah l'saper b'tzias Mitzrayim, the union of Sipurim, tzadikim, Sipurim moifsim, that brings it out. That helps a person go out of Mitzrayim. And here is the interesting thing that we know that by the Rebbe, everything of the Frierdiker Rebbe, every remez, every tiny hint was so precious and important, and you should keep it exactly that way. But there's one place that the Rebbe almost argues with the Frierdiker Rebbe, is about this Meifsim. There's a letter from the Frierdiker Rebbe to the Rebbe, it's printed in Hatomim, how by Chabad halten nicht from Meifsim, we don't make a think out of Meifsim. Meifsim is more for Parei. So the Rebbe wrote back, and it's printed in the Rishimis, that this was by Chassidim and Rishonim. They had very edel moichim, but these days people are mushka, sunken gashmias, and they don't feel edelkeit, and they're not their hoibenkeit. They don't have uplifted the nefesh, and it's hard to fix it through haskalah, and haskalah won't touch it, and because haskalah is too edel of an instrument, the Rebbe writes, to start with haskalah. But a smeifis and sipur and floyus of a tzaddik is poyel a reimamus benefesh, uplifting of the nefesh and the will to shake off all the gashmias. And the Rebbe basically told the Frierdiker Rebbe that it's important this day to start the Avodas HaChassidus. And the Rebbe actually mentioned this letter for sure more than once. I know twice. Once is a Shabbos Bereishis Tafshin Tezvav. The Rebbe says that met gemont by the Frierdiker Rebbe Moifsim, even though it's not Derech Chabad, and the Rebbe says there that there is nothing that brings a Yis'edus to Poyel Mamish like Moifsim. And also Purim Chavav, the famous Havringim, close to the end, the Rebbe says over there that also about this letter, there was a letter, there was a demand from the Frierdiker Rebbe about Moifsim, and the Rebbe says there, you see B'mucha, Shiba Poyel, that when you make a moifis, it gives a tresel, it gives a shakel. And when you give a maimer, you learn the whole maimer, nachman zetzekavech on es kugel. That's what the Rebbe says in the Farbrengen there. Which is the pastures, that's the teichen, simple kavana of anachas tefillin, put on, that to have the parshas of Yetzias Mitzrayim, and the miracle, and to remember the miracle, because miracles show an achdus Hashem. Miracles show that what we see is not really real. And because of the emes and metzias. And maybe we can add that also applies to the Basi Lagani this year, that the importance of Sipurei HaTorah, that even the Ben Melech who goes far away, and after he doesn't want to get any message from his Aviv HaMelech, from his father, the king. But how does he bring it back? Through a story. And because that's the oitzres he gives him. There's deep connection that only comes out when even the Ben Melech forgot about him, shikha, and he doesn't feel that connection, but because he's a story and he gives them a story, that's what picks him up. And maybe we could say, based on the yichidus that the Rebbe gave to the Hillel students, Tavshin Chaf, he wants to make a meifus with them together. That if a person could do something in his life, a meifus means unexpected. So we do unexpected things in your life. That's our meifus, and that's our story. Is that Sefer Teil das Adam? We're all writing a book. Sometimes there's bumpy parts in a book, scary parts. Like the Ben Melech, he left this Aviv HaMelech. But if he knows that he has oisris, and he's the story of the Eibishter, even though it's far, he will come back in a whole new way. And he will find himself new oisris. And that's the oisris that we're given, that our story even is a way. It's not only the moifsim that the Rabbeim did themselves, but the Rabbeim do through us and with us together, that we could find in ourselves deeper things, and that's the oitzes to give to Menatzeach the Melchama, and we know, and this for sure, this will take us out of Mitzrayim and our golas. And we have to remember, Ein Mal Atomim, Alam Al Atomim.